What's up, everybody? Shawn here with another live Live to Roll. We're back after the Abilities Weekend Expo in LA. It was a fun weekend. I'm a little exhausted from it. So, Bobby's going to be our questionnaire, I guess, or I don't know. We're all just going to kind of talk and if you guys
We're
have any
just gonna
questions or anything.
freestyle a little bit. We're
Yeah,
gonna
it's a
talk
little bit of
about
a freestyle hangout day
Expo.
today, guys.
We're gonna talk
Quadcast
about
style.
what we saw
Um,
and stuff. But
And
here we
yeah,
go.
so like I said, I'm Shawn, C5, C6 quad from a snowboarding accident 19 years ago now. And yeah, Tom, why don't you?
What's up, everybody? It's your boy T Fizzle, aka Tom Conaway. C6B quadriplegic for the last 25 years, quarter of a century. Oh my god! But here we are, baby. Super happy and excited. Had a fun weekend at the Abilities Expo. Meeting a lot of you, hanging out, having a lot of fun. Trying to move some merch, network with a lot of different companies, see a lot of cool stuff. Cool opportunity to learn a lot too. So we're going to talk about all of that. But if you guys have any topics or anything you want us to touch on today too, we are just kind of chilling and freestyling. What up, Kev? In the chat. Thanks for joining, man. Great to see ya. Bobby, you want to take it?
Not a problem. Bobby Rohan, C5, C6 of 33 years ago, or yeah, 2 more weeks, I think, something like that. I'll be 34. But
Ah,
I'm quadriplegic from a cycling accident that happened when a bus and a bicycle do not mix at all. So be careful if you're on a bicycle and a bus comes near.
Good advice.
So I am your guys' host today, I think, a little bit, but I'll ask you the question, the big question. How much fun did you guys have this weekend?
um, tons of it.
Yeah,
It's
no, it was a lot of fun for sure. This one was different. Like, I have more fun at the travel ones because at the LA one, like Tom and Brianna and like you weren't there. Like when after the expo, you guys, everyone goes home, and I stay down there. Just because I like to mix, it's an hour drive each way, and so like 2 hours of driving after 6+ hours at the expo, it's long, long days for me. So
Oh yeah.
I like to stay, and then plus all the Triumph people are down there and stuff. So it's fun to hang out with all those guys and everybody else who made some new friends and stuff. Mr. Wheels, shout out to our YouTube homie. I hung out with him and his brother on Friday, and just a bunch of people. But it is like not as fun because when we travel, I get to hang out with Tom and Brianna. We like all go out and like it's all a
yeah.
group of us. So in Chicago, I'm really looking forward to that with Bobby coming too, especially.
Oh,
So it's gonna be
yeah.
awesome.
And
What's up in the chat, Mickey?
the last couple
Yeah.
of years, I always left a little bit early because of that hangout. And I know when you go over to the Marriott afterwards, and you're with Andrew and uh, our good friend Jeff, who's a good
Yeah,
friend of mine that helps out, and the whiskey starts flowing, and
heavy.
Uh, yeah, and it was like 4 years ago, and I remember pushing to my car, and I went, "Son of a bitch, I'm gonna have to get an Uber." So Uber home, and I did not, getting back to the expo the next day with a ticket on your car because you're not supposed to leave it overnight is not a fun thing. So, and so
Oh, well,
it's a
I may have allegedly left my car in the parking garage all 3 days without ever paying a second.
oh
Allegedly, what? I didn't do that.
No,
I didn't mean
of course,
another
this is
time.
all legend, theoretical. I like that move. That was a pro move, I think.
Uh,
Yeah.
and Chris,
Uh,
yeah, hanging out with Chris on Saturday. That was
we
super
really
fun
agree
too,
with
man.
you, dude. Yeah, that was really,
Uh,
really fun. That's
Jeff, good
probably
to
my
see you
favorite
at the
part.
expo too.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite part of the expo. Is just getting to see all of you guys. Having a lot of people come up and be like, "Hey, we follow you, literal. Like, we check out your shows and stuff like that." Like, it honestly it floors me. It like makes me feel really good, and it feels really cool to just very fulfilling. I mean, I know you guys are all real out there and stuff, but it's very different to be able to meet you. You know, put a face to the names. I seen the chat and stuff, and it was just pretty exciting and a lot of
Well,
fun. And
and
I don't know, just to answer your question a little bit too, Bobby. Um, I like the traveling too. I don't know, it's like another element of stress and like other stuff, but it's we're all on the adventure together. I like the hometown shows because it's a lot of our hometown people,
We
so
see a
it's
lot of
just a
friends.
little,
That's true.
different. And at the end of the day too, like we're kind of we're trying to run the operation, especially Shawn, and we're there for a reason, which is to promote the show as best we can, is to work, talk to a lot of people, and I mean that is a ton of fun. But like day two, day three, it starts to get a little tiring, little, little difficult, just because you start to feel it. Your throat starts to feel it. Just or mine does at least, just from
it
talking and
to
talking
me, it
about it.
always when we're at home, it always reminds me of a high school reunion. So, you
It
got
is.
two things happening. You're at the booth, and you have all your friends coming up, but then you want to hit the new people, but you're talking to your friends, and it's you get into this like it's a little bit of a struggle because you're like,
Yeah,
oh man, I want to say hi to you,
No,
but you're also working, so it
yeah.
becomes really hard. And I'm sure you guys had that difficult
I've become
moment.
the rudest person. I'll be like mid conversation, someone will walk up and I'll just switch over and start giving them the tip, and I'll go back and be like, "I'm so sorry, but like I couldn't let him go by without like giving them a card and giving them the spiel."
Well,
But
and I kind of see it when you guys are live on.
yeah,
I didn't watch that much this weekend, but other times I've seen you guys live. Let's just say Houston, you'll be live and you'll be like, "So we see this product. Oh, hey, how's it going? Blah blah blah." It's just like, what do
because
you
it is
see?
like
What
when people come, especially when people are coming by, that you like, would possibly be interested or kind of looking like somebody that could probably use the information. Like you want to grab them. So it's like if you're
but
talking to somebody you already know and you're friends with, you're like, sorry, dude.
but we do our little team meet at the beginning of the show. I tell everybody there's not a person that moves past that booth without getting a card and like the little 30-second literal pitch. Because we really just try to catch everybody. And it's a little bit of effort. It's a lot of people walking through. And there are some that slip through the cracks, but we
Yeah.
try to hit everybody. But Sean is right. Like, especially some people, I don't know, like if there's particularly like individuals with SCI, I just really want to make sure that they get a card. Know that this resource is here, potentially for them. That's their vibe, and they want to come and hang out.
And I'm not gonna
So
lie, I am maybe slightly biased. When I see quads, I'm like, bam, like, I, I instantly draw towards quads and like will like just because I have a lot of we have a
a little,
quad, we do a lot of content that could help, and I know that a lot of quads aren't as independent as they should be or could be. So that's the other part of it. It's just like a lot of pairs already got it and they're already doing it. Like, so that
As Brianna would say, coming off a little ableist there, bro. We represent all
I know,
SCI.
I am, I am.
Quad
I'm
community.
sorry.
Just kidding. No, we show the QUAP squad, quads and
what
paraplegics. So I think SCI in particular, they're just more our demographic. We do have lots of content that's relatable to everybody with a disability, and we try to keep it that way. But the SCI fam is it's what we all got. So,
yeah.
but that being said, the people is probably the most beautiful part of the whole weekend. Just get to meet all the amazing people, the people that are part of the fam, watch us, know us, love us, and then the ones that aren't, that we get to make amazing new connections with, get to see lots of families. I love seeing the families. It just like reminds me of my family when I was young and like I was still a little jammer in a chair. And like my mom and dad were, going to stuff like this with me, like when I was little, looking for resources and looking for things and having an opportunity to stop, have my mom and dad there to like meet them and hang out and see. It's kind of cool. It's really it's very fun for me, and it's probably one of my favorite parts about it.
Well, and I know you guys did pretty well when I'm sitting at home and, I do get the pop ups for my Instagram. and all of a sudden I'm seeing, first Friday, couple, you have new followers. Saturday, a couple new followers. Even
Yeah.
still today, I went to a doctor's appointment today and then got home and I'm like, holy crap, three more. So I think
Yeah.
since Friday to today, a total of 15 like new followers and around something like that. And I'm just like, that means that people are checking us out and oh, I'm
Yeah.
going to follow them because they're looking at our card and going, I'm going to check that channel out.
Yeah. Heck
And
yeah.
a lot of people don't even get to those cards too. Those will keep trickling through because it's when you go to the expo, it takes a while sometimes to go through your bag and go through the cards and check everything
Yeah.
out. Remember all the people you saw.
I don't know. Before we move on, Nicole, definitely we'll keep you in our thoughts and prayers. Where you're the second one. Last week we had
Oh man.
somebody join us and had a pretty bad kidney infection. So definitely our thoughts are with you and hope you get through that quickly. It's can't be a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Oh, I hope those antibiotics
And
kick that
and
infection's butt.
also, she mentioned too earlier that her power chair is broken and her doctor's dragging his feet,
Oh
doing
my
the paperwork and stuff. So sorry about that. That sucks. I mean, that's not good. I don't know how to
God.
push that
You gotta be,
along,
you
but
gotta be a nuisance. That's how my
yeah,
doctors
just
are.
keep calling. Be a pain in
And
the ass. Yeah, be a nuisance.
I called my insurance.
Oh.
They're like, "Oh, we still haven't got your stuff from your doctor." Call that doctor's office on every couple hours. Be like, "Hey, I'm gonna call back at the end of the day and check to make sure you guys sent it off." And I don't know, just make sure to hold them accountable and do call back. They might find it a little irritating or whatever. It doesn't matter because you said it. At the end of the day, like that's your independence and your mobility in your life, and you got to make sure people that could potentially hold that up are held accountable, and only you can do
Yeah.
it. Unfortunately,
Every do it every hour. So yesterday I have a different doctor's appointment on Friday and I need blood work. And I'm like, I know my home health can have the people come here and take my blood work. So I told them like, can you email me my script for it? And the lady did, but the attachment would not open for whatever reason. And so I called back and I called back an hour later and I'm like, until they finally called me back this morning, like, oh yes, we got all your messages. I'm ordering it right now. So it was, they heard me loud and clear. I was like, I want this done before my doctor's appointment on Friday, and I'm gonna bug you every day or every hour until you get it.
and that can be hard too for you. I don't know. It's hard for me sometimes to do that, to be that. I don't know. It's just draining to have to constantly be making phone calls all day,
Yeah,
and
you
like
shouldn't have
just
to.
It sucks.
but you should have to. And unfortunately, it's one of those things like just got to really push through and make sure to be your best advocate. As long as you can be, and try to get them motivated to get that stuff done. It's
Yeah.
just the way it is. But we're here with you, Nicole. Send our love and support, and hope that it
Keep,
gets moving.
yeah, keep us informed on how your chair goes and how that, your kidney infection goes. So
Chris,
hopefully
Chris
both of
made a
them
comment.
gets cleared up.
It's hard not to size up other quads when you see them. Like, what do you guys think of that? Like, that comment like echoes with me really well because, like, I'll see another quadriplegic in the wild, as I like to say,
In
and
the
I'll be
wild.
like, yeah, like, what's up with this guy? Like a quad I haven't met yet. I'm like, I'm like,
So,
guess in my head, like, what's his disability? I'm like judging to see if, like, like he even is a quad and stuff. You can usually tell though, like, they got the look, and it's never like a bad judging, but it's just like Chris said, like you kind of size them up a little bit. All right, man, like what's going on with you?
here,
That's just
Tom, I'm
what's
afraid to answer that question. That's how scared I am about, about what my thoughts are, because I think I'll get myself in trouble when I think of sizing up other quads.
Yeah,
I
no, it
mean,
is funny. I think we all do that to each other. Any human does that to any, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like you meet any one of
Yeah,
your peers and you're just kind of like, you size them up. So,
yeah. Coworkers to, if you're an athlete, especially, when Shawn, when we used to go out for quad rugby, it's
and
every time we saw the
there's,
point five, it's like, all
yep, you
right.
see, oh, anytime I'm playing quad rugby, I always size myself up against that point five. Like I'm looking at, like I'm comparing 100%. Like, oh, and
Yeah.
another quad out there, Adrian. Good seeing you this weekend,
Bro,
man. Made it
it
down
was
from
great to meet
Sacramento,
you,
dude. A
man.
12-hour drive with his family down to the
Yeah.
expo for the weekend.
We're
So
gonna get Adrian on the show soon. He's done another pod called "Live to Walk" or something. We were supposed to have that guy on our show too. He's unfortunately been a little
he's
down
just
and
been, yeah,
out.
he's been in the
So,
hospital.
in any event, Adrian is an amazing guy who's doing lots of things to really work incredibly hard on his rehabilitation and just working to get as much mobility and independence back as he can. And it's just a really inspiring individual who we're really like super grateful and lucky to get to hang out with this weekend. So, Adrian, it was really amazing to see you, man, get to talk and hang out. And I really look forward to having you on the show sometime soon to share what you're doing with your rehabilitation and all your stuff. Um, and no, Chris, I didn't. I know you didn't mean
No,
it in a negative
I didn't
way.
take it in a negative way either, Chris.
I don't like size up anybody negatively, but it's just the way that you put it. Like that is exactly how I do when I see another quad. I don't know. I do kind of size them up. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Like, what's up with this guy? It's just
Um,
pretty fun.
I do want to answer some from Nicole real quick. She said her blood pressure has been dropping while sitting up and has been ranging from that low of 85 over 45, and her heart rate is up high. And one thing I wanted to say, and somebody who just dealt with this from my cardiac problems that I had with the fluid in my heart. So Nicole, you said that your bed has been your best friend, and being down, you don't realize how fast we lose a lot of the way our blood flow goes through our body and our heart does. And so when you're sitting up, if you haven't been doing it that often, it's going to be hard to maintain that blood pressure when sitting up. So why you're having that high heart rate, it's because that heart has to work so hard to try to pump the blood and keep that blood pressure up. So you might also want to see a cardiologist and talk to somebody, as a, with the cardiologist. Maybe there's some medication that you can take before you get up. And then also maybe thinking about putting a binder or some TED hose on your legs to keep that blood pressure up. So look into that.
yeah, blood pressure is a
That'll,
major pain.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what that's why I keep leaning back when I'm doing these. Like, I'm having a little bit of a low day today on Saturday. If you guys watch the live feed on Saturday, you could see that I was struggling. Like, blood pressure is, yeah. I need to probably do some of those things also, Bobby.
Yeah. And Quad Life, my pleasure, man. I'm glad you got the catheters. I was thinking about it the other day if you got them or not, so I'm glad you got the catheters.
Derek, thanks for stopping by, man. Great seeing all of the fellow quads, but honestly, great seeing everybody. Paris, anybody, everybody, disabled, not disabled. That's like honestly the family reunion. You said it, Bobby, and not just with our Triumph fam and all of our LA fam, but really like the Live to Roll fam comes through so awesome. We get to hang out with Donna, we get to hang out with Jim, we get like all of Shawn's family, all of Brianna's family, all of my family always come through, and yeah, it feels so good. Just to answer Mickey's question earlier too.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I didn't see Stephanie. I know she was there. I know she was busy moving and shaking. We got to see Stephanie and hang out with her and meet her in Arizona, in
Yeah,
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Steph,
Uh,
she does not like Stephanie, so it's Steph, Coach Steph.
yeah, my bad, Stephanie. Steph, I take it back.
I got yelled at